lesson I need you to hear, and don't show any fear.
I'm not sure what he's done. There he is. Not the red button. Not the red button. Hello, people. How are you? Tonight's show will be brought to you by the letters C and U. No sound. Can you hear me, lovely people? Can hear those folks can hear us. So Scott, tonight I'll show the book. Sounds like no. Cool. Yeah. Well, Andy reckons he can hear me. That's because he's just outside the door. No? It was working a second. We could lip read that. That one was, oh dear. Oh, it appears not to be working. Check your settings inside the ever lovely StreamYard. Your StreamYard will have a mute option when you run the video to kill the mics. You just have to go in and find your mute for your own headset. Can you hear me in your ear? If you can, put your thumb up. No. Scott, can you hear me? You know?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Hello, Wayne.
There we go. Scott buggered off and I came in.
Oh, well, I mean, this is going to go well. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do an impromptu interview then, shall we? So tell me, Wayne, what's your opinion of kitchen plumbing?
Oh, I tell you, don't get me started. I nearly got locked up for swearing and using foul language in a public place today.
Did you?
I was actually in the kitchen, but they heard me in Dumfries Town Centre 4 miles away.
So Scott's disappeared, people. So tonight's show will be brought to you. I'm sure he'll be back in a second, everyone. You have 26 watching. Anyway, Scott, if you're there, yes, this wasn't quite what I was expecting. I mean, if you're ever going to have a mistake, this is it. Wherever he's off to. I wonder if he's run out of power in his headset. Just at that inopportune moment where he just wants to come on.
You never can tell.
So, folks, while we're waiting, kind of thing, is there any questions for Scott that we can ask him when he comes in, or should we just make some up? We've got 28 people watching us, Wayne. So let's tell me. So tell me, Wayne. In terms of these swear words, I mean, how many? Were you breaking normal words up to put swear words in the middle?
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
No, we can't hear you at all. Not a word.
Fuck knows what happened there.
Scott used an F-bomb.
Oh, yes.
Oh, dear.
Dislike. I'll give him a dislike. There we go. Douglas Dunham has a question for you. He says, have you had any tumbles in the last 24 hours?
No. Right, let's get this show on the road. So, good evening, guys and girls. Thank you for joining me. Tonight we're going to be turning a piece of wood end grain. Not done this before, so this should be interesting. But before we do that, let's chuck the earworms in the background. Cheers, Wayne and Dale, for coming in.
No worries, mate.
They will be looking after you. So, you may remember a couple of weeks ago we turned this, and I said it was going to be my 500 giveaway. It is, but what I forgot to do was tell people to enter. So the way to enter to win this bowl, which will have the foot turned off, and another few coats of oil. After this has gone live, if you comment nee nah in the comments, I had to come up with something. Then next week when I am live, we will give that away. There we go. It's a little banner down the bottom just to remind you. So after YouTube processed it, when it's finished, comment, and then we will go there. Let's go over to the live. While I'm doing that, these guys can let me know who is in.
Well, there's a few punters in the chat. We have the ever Andy H. Bespoke. We have the ever Andy H. is for turning, folks. I think Andy H, if I'm right, is being invaded by the Beard 16. I believe it's a dry invasion, so we'll see how that works out. We've got Chris Spinning Wood Dodger. We've got Circular Keith by Wood. We've got Di Proud, Doug Miller, Woodspun Round, Douglas Mungham, John S. Casting, John Scarborough, Peter Corrigan, Richard R.J. Spinningwood, Robert Dolman, some Bluelight Tumblr type chap, and Tony Smith and Wood Wizardry by Colin. Welcome.
Brilliant.
Everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Remember, folks, if you have a question for Scott, prefix it with Nino.
So, before anyone asks what wood this is, I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Ian from IDR Woodturning sent this to me a few months ago. It has sat in the corner of the workshop, so I thought, do you know what? Let's turn this tonight. Next week, we're going to be playing with Colin's crutch. He very kindly brought me a crutch piece down when he come down. So that's what we'll be doing next week.
What was it? One of those metal crutches, or was it like, was it like a wooden crutch?
I think it's a piece of laburnum.
Do you think there was a subtle dig at
nice.
in there? You think there was a subtle dig in there, Scott? I mean, he brought a crutch for the Bluelight tumbler. I mean, it could be a very clever poke in the ribs,
Yep, could be.
Woodworm Paul's just come in.
Evening.
You have 29 beautiful people watching, Scott.
Lovely, thank you very much. We should have another earworm.
From Scotland.
And Malcolm
He's always late.
come in as well.
Oh. Gerard, the French tenor.
Are you, Gerard?
Sorry, Gerard. Don't know where that came from. My apologies, sir.
So we're just going to lose this bit of bark. I'm hoping to keep the top bit.
Mega.
Hoping.
Oh, Di's just come in. Good evening, Di.
Hiya, Di.
Douglas Mungham is saying, Bluelight Tumbler, could you zoom out a bit, please?
Could I zoom out a bit?
Yeah.
How's that?
That's better.
It's better. Definitely better. You are inside the focal length, I think, of the camera, though, a little bit. So, tiny bit blurry on the top. Beautifully focused on the bench.
I need to
Nino.
relook.
Oops, sorry.
I need to relook at this camera.
Question from Richard says, Nino, have I spelt it right? Yes, Richard. You definitely have.
Ian from IDR is actually in the chat, so Ian.
Ian. Ian, can you remind us what wood this was that you sent me? Because I can't remember.
And Ian, did you send him a crutch piece because he is the Bluelight tumbler?
No, this isn't crutch. This is
this
is end grind. The crutch piece is what Colin sent me. That's what we'll be turning next week.
Chris Spinning Wood Dodger says, I've been watching the opening screen for the last 10 minutes. Lol.
I don't know what happened. It's high time that opening screen goes. So tonight, that'll be it.
Can I just remind Chris on to refresh his page once in a while?
Dear Chris, please refresh your page. Love and kisses, Scott. As we go through this, folks, remember, hit that like button for Scott, and if you're not already a subscriber, go on, hit that subscribe button and give that notification bell a bit of a ring.
Now, because it's end grain,
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
This-
I have a question.
Go on,
I have a
then.
question. No, I've got a question. I've got a question. It's an important question. Okay. Do you remember the movie Ghostbusters?
Yes.
Right. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I may have accidentally ordered one of those suits for someone. What size are you?
Me, I'm triple fat git.
I couldn't find triple fat get. I went with onerously big and I couldn't find that either.
Scott, Ian can't remember what the wood is either.
Ah, never mind. It's wood. That's what it is. So, as I was saying, because this is end grained, I'm going to turn it with a tenon rather than a recess. Where it's been drying, there was quite a few shakes in it, so I have CA'd them this afternoon.
The way you're turning that, you're going to get a lot of tear out.
Which you suggest push cuts, Wayne?
No, I suggest going from the outside down towards the centre. It's end grain you're turning.
No, you don't. It is. Let's move that tool rest. Still can't tell what it is, but we'll see. We'll see.
Bob Lapsley's just come in.
Hiya, Bob.
And Ben Jammin's just come in.
Good evening, Ben.
So it says here fits a 50-inch waist.
I'm only a 42.
Oh, grand. then.
40.
Right. Douglas is asking, is the chat auto set to top chat? If so, how do you set it to how do you set the live? Click on the top chat and it should give you the option to have the live chat on.
What the man said.
Right, Chris Spinning Wood Dodger is had to leave because his internet is pretty poor tonight.
He's got his pants on and he says his internet's bad.
Yeah, so he's going to catch up later.
Cool.
Round. 38 watching, young Scott.
Nice shavings coming off it.
You do like that massive bowl gouge, don't you?
Oh, do you know what? I really like this massive bowl gouge. It's ideal for moving the majority, and then I can just get in there and finesse the final shape.
Finesse.
And John Scarborough is asking, what tool is that, Scott?
This is a bowl gouge. It's huge.
3/4 inch, I think it is.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's massive.
What's
It was bought
What's
as
the grind on it? 60?
45.
45.
45. All my bowl gouges are 45. Tell you what, if
So-
I come...
Douglas can't manage to get his chat to go onto live chat. Are you on a pad or a computer?
Telly, I
'Cause
think.
I've got no idea then if he's watching on the telly.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
Nah.
Question for Wayne. Was you serious about not doing lives Monday and Wednesday anymore?
It was actually Mondays and Fridays I'm not doing. I'm not doing the lunchtime lives, Paul. I'll still be doing the Wednesday evening ones.
Because he's working on the chain gang, splitting rock. I'm telling you. There's a
So
picture
we won't be
somewhere
saving the bark then?
you're right.
Nah,
Nah,
don't bother saving the bark. No, I wouldn't bother.
Nah.
That crack on the bottom of it. Oh.
No. The bark's come off.
I mean, on the bottom of it, it looked like there was a wee crack.
Might be.
A wee
I'll have a
crack.
look.
Not a problem right now.
Well, the photograph of the piece I did last night is now up on Insta for the giveaway, and I'm actually going to be adding some more colour to it. I'm not very happy with how the colours turned out, so I will be adding some more colour to it before it gets given away.
It was really interesting, though. It looked to me, it was very interesting how that expensive custom made painting tool really made such a difference. So let me make sure I've got this one. That one was called Squishy. Squishy, brushy, drilly.
Squishy and drilly.
Yeah, we've got Spinny as well.
Spinning.
Spinny.
Yeah, I must get that written on the lathe somewhere.
Spinny.
And Benjamin has said to me, Wayne, I'll have to start exercising again during his lunch break.
You've obviously got Heaty as well then, you know what I mean, or Bernie, depending which way you want to think of it.
Oh yes,
Bernie. I don't have one for a VB. No.
I'll tell you what I will have to do, Dale. I'll have to get another sign for the door that says Messi.
Ah, there we go. There we go. That could be arranged. I'll design and cut one for you. Well, my workshop's still set up. Question. Oh, I've not asked the right way. Remember, Robert, to ask Scott a question, you must prefix it with Nino. Question, says Robert. I've a piece of rosewood. I think that I finished with takeaway. It keeps getting a white fuzz on it. I cleaned it umpteen times. Any suggestions? It might be context here, Robert, but that could be something called dust. I'm not sure. You might need to give us a bit more information.
I'm not certain on that one, to tell you the truth. Right, Wood Wizardry by Colin is asking me, where can we get Squishy and Spinny from? It's from a very expensive art shop. Jane went and bought it for me from a very expensive art shop called The Range. You'll find them in the kids section.
Under Woodturner. Gerard the Fridge Turner saying, in any case, I will not be able to watch any lunchtime demo from Monday. We're reopening outside only. Imagine what will happen if we have our week of rain non-stop. Boy. Doug on live now, but every time I go on, live is at the top. Cool. Leave it there. David Nichols says, Wayne, your lunchtime lives were at 7 in the morning here, so I always watch the recordings anyway. Good shout. We run by Paul is asking a question. Question for Wayne: how can we survive with a Master Jedi? Please don't stop.
Sorry, Paul.
And then you're on to, and it's worked great. Cool, said Wood Wizardry by Colin. Eat it. Eat it. Carve it out.
Some of it's loose, some of it ain't.
Peter the Part Woodturner.
Turner.
Oh, sorry.
After you, sir. After you, sir.
I was just saying Peter the Part Woodturner's coming.
Are ya? So I'm just going to take this off because some of it's spinning and hitting me, and I don't really want to be.
Oh, damn it.
Some of it's soft, some of it ain't. But hey ho.
Back removal and back removal accessories.
Yeah.
We said we wanted a natural edge.
Several ways you can interpret that, depending on your point of consumption with the Urban Dictionary.
Is that a screwdriver you're using or a chisel?
Screwdriver. Universal chisel, mate.
Not now, he's trying to drive from ton of bull.
It's a universal chisel. Right. Take that off. Give it a bit more of a lip.
Giving it lip in it. Oh, Ballbuster.
Ballbuster. I was talking to Jamie this afternoon. I was saying since I've acquired these carbides from you, Dale, they're getting quite a lot of use.
Well, this particular one. What other carbides did they give you? I think I just give you that one. And
this one and a square one.
oh, the the guy who was making it's about 30 quid or something for that one. That was really good, that one.
It's brilliant for like doing tenons and stuff.
Yep. Cheap, good handle, well made, homemade, but excellent. Yeah, makes quite a few of them. Makes quite a decent set.
So Gerard picked up 6 logs of Mopani today, and next month he will be getting some from the same person. He'll be getting some plum, orange, and pear logs.
Nice.
I'm not sure what Mopani is. I don't know what Mopani is. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
I've heard of it before, but I can't remember what sort of species that it's associated with. I'll have to have a look on the wood database.
Do you remember Shooting Stars with Vic Reeves?
Vaguely.
The comedy show. No? Oh, that's a shame. Because the word Mopani just rings me to think of that comedy show. Mopani. He says it's very heavy for sure. That needs a foam pad between the hard plastic and the Abernet.
Just going to get one. Where did I put him?
Down from above, says Andy. Absolutely, sir. I was thinking more of Vavo and all that stuff he said when he was asking questions. Or, thinking about it, depending on... if you can picture Scott in a pink romper suit for a moment.
A pink romper suit?
Yeah. You know who George Doors is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? George Doors is from the comedy, that particular comedy quiz. He used to play the drums in it.
Won't a pink romper suit make me look like a Teletubby?
Yeah, mate, you look like a giant baby.
Does it come with a giant tummy?
Mopane or Mopani is from South Africa.
Oh,
Ah.
The heartwood is medium to dark reddish brown with black stripes. The colour tends to darken with age. It's got a well-defined sapwood, which is a pale yellow. There you go.
you have 40 people watching, young Scott.
Brilliant. Thank you, everyone, for coming in.
The wood
Remember, folks, if
database
you like
is your
what Scott's
friend.
doing, if you like what Scott's doing, hit that like button. And if you've not already subscribed, hit the subscribe and make sure you get that notification bell ring. That'll tell the YouTube algorithm you like Scott's content and you like other content that is similar. So make sure it comes forward. Top of the chat, there's a link to Scott's Buy Me a Coffee. So if you really like what Scott's doing, or if you just want to make sure he stays awake while he's driving the Nino wagon itself, you can always buy the man a coffee.
Right, Douglas has said every time he goes in on a live chat is automatically set to top chat. Yeah, it is automatically every time it's set to top chat, and you have to change it to live.
Andy, you should stick your head around the door and just say hello to people.
Send him the link if you want.
He's standing outside the door. I'm not sending no bloody link. Come on, Andy. Come on, Andy. Here, boy. The kind of iron break now. That would work with Clive. I don't think it'll work with Andy. I may get a brick in the back. I might get a brick in the back of the head for that.
What have we got? We've got 240.
So Gerard's saying that the guy who he's getting this wood from, he says he gets it all from South Africa for firewood. Also for doing charcoal for the barbecue in the restaurant.
How are we looking? A little bit of tear out on the top there, but just want to redefine that foot. Do that before I go too far. Now I'm not going to polish this. This bit I'm going to oil, I think.
Oh, folks want you to come in, Andy.
Make it look like a foot rather than something that's just been left on there.
Hello. Can you guys hear him? Hello.
Good evening, Andy.
Hello, Andy.
He said hello. He's going back out.
What projects is he working on?
I think we'll have to ask Andy to tell us that. Last I saw, he was in training to be a member of the Bad Batch.
Ah.
Well, that's getting fairly torn to shreds.
Sorry, mate.
It's getting fairly getting torn to shreds.
So Andy is now packing to go home tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. There we go. Right, let's find some oil. And we will go with chestnuts liminal, because that's at the front of the cupboard. How are we doing on time?
You're 8 o'clock, young man.
Love the smell of this stuff. There we go. So that will do for the outside. I will come back and give it more coats of oil. But for the sake of tonight and time, we will leave it at that.
Benjamin says, top tip, it doesn't taste of oil, lemon.
You're not meant to drink it.
David Nichols asking, what kind of oil is that? It's lemon, I think. It's lemon.
Chestnut lemon oil.
Yep. And the oil comes from lemongrass.
Always makes me think of Thai restaurants.
Right. So I've just swapped for my gripper jaws.
You have 37 watching, young sir.
And as I turn this, I'm going to keep an eye on the tenon, keep making sure that it's tight. Shut that, and let's remove the faceplate.
Plate of face.
In fact, Martin just announced that Hampshire Sheen are bringing out a lemon oil fairly shortly.
They're bringing out a citrus oil or something, and he calling it?
A lemon oil.
Oh, has he called it lemon? I thought.
Yeah. I'm sure he called it lemon.
I thought it said citrus, but I may be wrong. Right.
I've just Gerard's just said what I've just mentioned. It seems it must be called citrus, but I'm sure there's lemon in there.
Oil.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be. It's gotta be lemon in there, isn't there?
Oh, you've been asked a question. Wayne, he sat down. He got my tool delivery finally.
Oh, finally! God, Mike, that's only what, 4 months you've been waiting. But it's at least a tea now, Andy. Yeah, at least a tea now, Andy.
Okay. How's that looking? Still going to give me a fair bit of a rim in it. That'll do. Happy days. So let's start hollowing this out. And because it's end grain, I'm going to use my ring tool to take out the majority of it. Just want to lift that tool rest up a little bit.
Question. How would you use Martin's new burnishing oil?
You would apply it to the piece and then use a paper towel to get it rubbed in and burnished. Once the first coat gets dry, you apply another coat, the same as you would any other oil, I would imagine.
This is after Yorkshire gritting.
You could use Yorkshire grit beforehand, but there is a tendency when people use oil just to put the oil straight onto the piece. So Ben has said, what are people's thoughts on a new wood turning oil that smells of a chip shop?
A bit fishy. Something not right about it. All hail the Wood Jedi. When is someone going to bring out banana oil? I really need to change the driver on that LED light.
You do. Door 60 just come in. Good evening, Door.
Hiya,
Hi,
Door.
Door.
So let's take some of the bulk out with this.
Oh, careful now.
That was me. The way I presented to Tom.
Theoretically, you could use a spindle gouge on this. The principle, because it's angry.
Gerard's asking what you think of the ring tool, Scott.
So, I had a ring tool before. I hated it. I sold it. I gave it away. I watched a master in wood turning that we all watch, we all love, and is in the earworm in tonight. Use it in
I'm
one
not
of
that
his
good.
videos.
Stop talking about me like that. Oh, shucks.
And so I went out and brought another one, and yeah, now I'm getting used to it. I really like it. I'm just going to check that. So yeah, thanks to Wayne, I've brought another one. And I think I'm going to stick with it.
Hence, so Douglas Mangum saying, all hail. Could Yorkshire Grit be used after the first coat to smooth it? Well, I guess it depends on the type of coat. So if it's a fleecy coat, the probability is what it'll just do is make it look daft and all the sort of fleece will stick down. If it's like a leather coat, it'll come out quite shiny. But I'm not sure that's what you're talking about. Does anyone else want to help Douglas? Nope.
There's no reason.
Nobody.
There's no reason why not.
Oh, Wayne,
Young
quick
Mr.
question.
Young Mr. Big Feeties has come in. Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Feeties. The Sheffield Sasquatch himself.
Quick question,
Wayne,
Scott.
do you
Yeah.
just use your diamond file to sharpen it?
What I would do is get a circular diamond sharpening thing and sharpen the inside rather than the outside.
Okie dokies.
Either that, or use one of the abrasive bits that fits into the Dremel.
Ah, now there's an idea. Do with a longer handle on. That's the only thing I'd say with this.
Make one.
I'm going to.
The good thing about that particular ring tool is that you can actually use both sides of it. You can use the big one as Scott is doing now, but you can use the other end of it as well.
Like that.
Like that.
Oh, we're getting big shavings now.
Keith's just put in that Robbie Sorby sell a sharpening cone that fits in the pillar drill.
Make mine a 99 Keith.
And Peter, the Parkwood Turner, has said the diamond mortise chisel sharpeners are ideal for ring tools. Oh, there's a thought now.
Question. How do you present it to the wood? At a 45-degree angle?
So it's got bevels on it. So again, you want to run it on the bevel. So because I'm hollowing here, I'm just coming in, catching the middle, catching the bevel, and then pulling it out. Check that depth. I think I've still got loads to go. A little bit more.
Your name's in. Good evening, John.
Oh yeah, John.
Douglas is asking, could that tool be used on cross grain? No, it's specifically made for end grain.
Yeah.
Careful now, we don't want a blue light funnel.
Now we've got quite a bit there, mate. We got quite a bit. Now, it's one of the reasons I decided to do an end grain bowl, is so I could use the ring tool. It's something different.
I'm thinking it'd be quite fun to use on rice bowls, Wayne.
Yes. What I want to get is one of the hook tools.
Yeah, those look lethal though. Not as lethal as that.
It works in exactly the same way as the ring tool.
Does it?
Yeah. You want to see a deal? Not as lethal as
that Russian knife.
Oh, the Russian knife.
Yeah.
Yes, that is lethal. After using that and using the skew chisel, I will go for the skew chisel every time.
Yeah,
is that this new?
Absolutely so.
Is that the new tool that people have been?
Oh, it's not new.
It's a traditional tool.
All right.
The Russians.
It's not new at all. There was a guy in Sunderland who used to make them. That's where I got mine from. He sent us one to give it a go.
Nino. Has anyone tried the hook tool? I have two of them, straight and curved. They are really good at taking out wood.
No, I was just saying, Jared, I wouldn't mind having to go with the hook tool.
Whew. You know that song, It's Raining Men?
No.
It's raining wood.
So Douglas is asking me if I've thought about getting in touch with, well, he's basically just said a turner to get some hook tools.
I've given myself a load of texture inside here.
40 grit gouge.
No, I think what I'm going to do, let's see if I can get the tool rest in there and take away some of the
You
vibration.
can see the chatter from here, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a rustic bowl. I decided I'd text to the inside than the outside.
That's Interesting. It's 8:15, Scott. You have a grand total of 41 folks watching. Folks, if you like what Scott's doing, remember, hit that like button and if you're not already, give that subscribe button a bit of a clunk. And don't forget the notification bell. If you really like what Scott's doing, at the top of the chat, you'll see a link to the Bluelight Turners Buy Me a Coffee. So if you like what he's doing, or you just don't want him to fall asleep behind the wheel of an Eno wagon, go on, buy him a coffee. Mark the Gentleman Woodturner's out in the chat.
Hi, Mark.
Good evening, Mark.
Hope you're well, mate.
Gav from Today Woodwork is in too. And that might have already been said, and if it has, I apologise, but consider it a double win.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
All right, mate. Let's have a look at
John Ensign's Nino, how's everyone doing? Douglas Mungham saying, I watched a Russian use a jam chuck and a hook and knife tools. It's amazing how quick he was.
Yeah, it's quite chunky there.
Brian at Hartwood Turning's in.
Hiya, Brian. How was the concrete pour?
Joe Senior's in.
Hiya, Joe.
Hello, Joe.
John N saying, Nino, Dale, how is the house hunting going? It's gone very well. We're now in the liquidating some assets to make sure we can pay for it. We're just waiting for various things to finish going clinky clunky into place, and then we're off and running.
And hello, Brian.
I'm just trying to get rid of this unintentional texturing.
Riven is the word you're looking for. It's a riven bowl.
It's half down my back. That's where it is. Get back in there with a scraper. There's not much left there now.
Brian says the concrete is currently soft and grey, but tomorrow a bit hard and grey. Fanar.
Nice.
I mean, it's just asking for. Okay, so that's what she said. That remark, isn't it? It's just a sitting duck. I mean, we're not going to go down to that level, though. I mean, it would be unnecessary. But you could argue that both are. That's what she said. Remarks. You know, we won't say that though.
Right.
Is that a washing machine behind you?
No, that is my new. Oh, saying new. It's an air conditioning unit I rescued out of my dad's workshop last year. It's a bit tatty.
It's a trouser press for shorts, isn't it?
Well, it's a bit tatty. But it's going to meet a can of blue spray paint.
Uh-oh. Deserves to be white. He's born white. That needs a pad. hard plastic just looks like it'll leave a mark behind it with all that sort of bumping around. Wayne from Big Feet He's saying, Scott, you don't have any hair to condition.
I think I'm going to get the new one out.
Can you whip it out?
Yeah.
Folks.
Had a nice delivery from Simon Hope today.
I had 20 cardboard boxes turn up.
These, the live that I did for the Woodturning Club the other day. That's what bought these. I was running out of sandpaper. So that was 80. No, I won't. That was 120 because I haven't got any 80. Go. 180.
You need to buy separate sanding arbors, Scott.
I'm going to, Wayne. I am going to. I looked at Simon does a kit, doesn't he? The quick click ones.
Wood Wizard by Collins asking a question. He says, is it worth me making an air filter for my tiny shed? I've got extraction.
I would say anything
yes.
you can do. Anything you can do to improve the air quality in there, yes.
See, the thing is with you, Colin, seeing as how it is a quite a small shed, obviously the dust is going to accumulate more.
The Charmwood and Axminster, but specifically Charmwood, make a range of quite modest size air filters that would go very well. They're kind of can shaped. I used to know the numbers off the top of my head, but they're definitely worth looking at one of the can shaped filters and run it anytime you're doing sanding.
What I tend to do with mine, I mean, although you wouldn't believe it looking at my workshop, I just tend, mind you, I've only had it a couple of years. I just do, when I go in the workshop, I just turn my air filter on and just leave it running.
Yeah, I've got a Charmwood 700 series air filter I tend to put on all the time. The only time it's not on this one, I mean, just to keep dust levels down.
It's the record power one that I've got, and you can actually set it on a timer as well. So I just click it onto the timer when I leave the workshop, so it still runs for about an hour or so.
Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's just look at this rim. Where the bark was. Let's get a nylon one.
Lionel's just come in. Good evening, Lionel.
Evening, Lionel. So don't forget, at the top of the hour this evening, guys and girls, Rich is invading Andy from Andy H is returning.
So what's that you're using at the moment, Scott?
It's a nylon brush, mate.
Okay.
I got the idea for these off Stuart Freeney. When I went down and did some texturing and stuff with him.
Andy H has said he's got the record 400 as well, and it seems to work well. It does, yeah, it does.
A wood wizardry from Colin says, I thought about mounting a fan to the back wall and having it blowing towards the door. In the US, you can buy these things called 20-inch box fans. As many a woodturn in the US has made either a filter, a filtering system by using one of those box fans with a filter in front of it or behind it. But the idea of blowing from the inside of the workshop out is fantastic, as long as it's got clear path. What's better is put the box fan type device at the door so it sucks the air out and blows out the outside. Otherwise, you might just
I was actually going to suggest, rather than having it blown back through the workshop towards the door, why not turn the fan round so it actually pulls the air out and have a filter on it.
Yep, I concur. You have 45 watching, sir.
Fantastic.
46.
And Richard from RJK Spinning Wood has said the record 400 was out of stock everywhere that he looked a couple of weeks ago. Sorry, Scott, what were you saying?
I was going to say, don't forget, guys, if you want to enter to win the 500-piece giveaway, after this is over, comment Nino in the comments.
Do you want to show the piece again, Scott?
Yeah, let's blow my glasses off at the same time.
We've got plenty of time, so.
Right, let's come back to that one. So there we go. It is a bit holy, but it shows. Why should all bowls be perfect? This is a piece of Papua New Guinea rosewood. It's only had one coat of lemon oil so far, but it's going to get some more. Obviously, the foot will get turned off. But if you're interested in winning that, and that will go anywhere in the world, I will ship that. There we go. Let's go back to the left. Quick slurp of coffee while we're doing that. And let's turn that light off because that's bleaching it out. That's better. What do I want? I just want a bit of towel. So it's quite dusty in there at the minute. So before I oil it, I'm just going to give it a quick clean out with meths. So just bog standard methylated spirits or denatured alcohol. You can see what it's pulling out. Now we're doing loads of time. Might even get the tenon turned off.
Cools.
Where's my chalk on there? I don't need the tenon on it to oil it. Right, just give that a minute to dry. Well, that's doing
so Doug Miller has said that the rosewood piece is going to look very good in his gallery.
You got to be in to win it, guys.
Yep, I think he actually said the same thing about my giveaway piece from last night as well.
Yeah, no, I think I'm sitting at 561 at the moment. I have lost a few in the last couple of days, but hey ho. It's not all about subscribers, it's about having fun, interacting with other people, and enjoying the company.
Is it? Well, I've gone wrong somewhere. Back in a minute.
No, you can get really fixated on, oh, I haven't got that many subscribers. Does it matter? What's nice is you get your same followers come in. You can all interact with each other.
You Yorkshire gritting?
Nope. Oiling, mate. Oiling.
Ah.
I thought I'd.
Right, Mark's going to shoot off, and he's seen it's looking good, Scott.
Cheers, Mark. Take care, mate.
I smell like an accident and a pancake Tuesday pop-up restaurant.
My hands are already deep.
Either that or lemon
Right,
chicken.
I'm going to have another can of Iron Brew. Again, I'm training here for moving back to Scotland. I've been working through the lawn sausage as provided by the ever lovely Mr. Wayne, the woodturner. However, the lack of tatty scone has proven to be a challenge. Some research.
If I'd known that, I would have gotten you some of them as well.
I've got some tatty scones coming. The girl from work's come back with some. Anyone see where I put the chocolate on that one?
Put your what?
I make my own tatty scones.
Aye.
Yeah, I think Ashley does.
Has to be said that the Iron Brew Extra that has no sugar in it is actually quite nice. It's really close to the original.
And Colin has said, made in Scotland from girders.
It's the 1901 recipe. The 1901 recipe is the perfect hangover cure if you've been out on the whiskey.
Oh, definitely. John N is asking, what are those, Wayne? I think he's talking about the tatty scones. Potato scones is basically potatoes, mashed potatoes, mixed in with flour into a sort of dough and then rolled out fairly thin and fried.
Really healthy.
Beautiful. Vegan.
Vegan.
It's true.
Right. Just put it out there,
Granted, they've got to. I mean, they've got to be associated with lawn sausage and bacon and egg. If you can get away with it in the same bun.
David from Webfoot Resin is just come in. Good evening, David.
Are you David?
David. You're at 8:30, Scott.
Cool. Get that out of the way. Now, what I did earlier is I left a mark for the tail centre. So hopefully that should be spinning central. Put that in there. What is going on with this tail stock?
Douglas, they changed the recipe, I think, to fit in with health sort of things, but they found that it wasn't selling. In fact, there was one guy in Scotland, I remember, once they changed the recipe, he bought up just about every bottle and can that he could of the original recipe and had it stored in his attic. But they have now changed the recipe back to the original.
Yeah, the 1901.
Is that the Iron Brew?
Yeah, the Iron Brew we're talking about now, yeah.
I'll blame the last trip to Scotland that I made as to me rediscovering, because I'd missed the extra being released. Now I've discovered it, I'm kind of going, this is all right. Change from Diet Coke. Canned diet. Although, to be fair, Fanta, what is it? Is it Fanta Lemon? Is it? The sugar-free one's quite nice.
Is that the cloudy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. And it goes very well with gin.
Well, there's an experiment to be tried.
See, the best place, the best place I've found for gin is Menorca. Menorca has got its own gin distillery, and they drink the gin with a quite a sour, cloudy lemonade. It's beautiful.
We have to be having a try at that.
And the gin from Menorca is called Zuriga, and that's the beginning letter is an X.
In the same way as Xavier starts with an X.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Right, that's down to about 2 mil.
Folks, at the top of the hour, over in the Beard 16 channel, Andy H will be getting invaded. We hear it's a dry invasion, so good luck, Andy. Oh, that went a bit kind of flying. Make sure you go and check him out.
At an R. Kelly moment, it believed it could fly.
Yeah, rather than losing pencils down the dust extraction, Scott tried to do it with a ball.
Mate, my dust extractor is full.
I might have noticed that one.
There we do.
So we're saying top of the hour, Andy H over on the Beard 16's channel. Go and check it out. Scott, it's 8:36. You have 42 watching.
Brilliant, thank you. I've turned this a lot quicker than I thought I was going to this evening.
See the turning action you made there. As you turned one way, your belly moved the other. I'm just saying, as you were unscrewing the chuck, there was a definite jiggle going on there. So,
is you calling me fat?
No, I'm merely commenting in the motion.
I'm not fat. I'm big boned.
Festively plump.
That is well fed. No, what I am is hard to kidnap. All right, let's move that off there.
Special sticker when the boys come to pick you up. Wendy from Toonpish Crafts is in. Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Hello, Wendy.
Good evening, Wendy.
That's a bit pieced.
John N says, Dale says that with a lot of love.
Oh,
I don't know what you say. I mean, you noticed that there was a tumbleweed went past there. Did you watch that? It's accuracy is the phrase you're looking for, John. Accuracy.
He loves me, really.
No malintent, just observation.
Like a hole in the head. How's Wendy this evening? Right, let's sand this bottom bit, and then this project is done.
Ooh.
Not sure what I think of the shape of it. It looks like one of those pots my nan had with a... Is it a spider plant or something?
Not sure, man.
Like, spreads out
If it's
everywhere.
angry, it should seal. If it's angry, it'll seal well and be watertight.
Right.
And just for a bit of info, tomorrow night on SK Crafts, on Steve's channel tomorrow night, he's got a guest earworm coming in, and it's the ever lovely Mr. Ed Oliver is coming in to guest for Steve. So I think it'll be Mark the Gentleman Woodturner, myself, and Ed.
Oh, nice.
That earworming for Steve tomorrow night.
Cool. Where is it? I can't find it.
We lost.
This one. So I meant to say at the
Don't hit
beginning.
the red button.
No, I meant to say at the beginning. A few people know I was in a COVID hotel a few weeks ago, and whilst in there, I designed some new merch. So if anyone's interested, pop over to my Teesprings. Links there at the bottom of the screen. There's some funny ones. There's some serious ones, and there's one inspired by Wayne.
Which one was that?
Says I'm not grumpy, but here I am wood turning. So there we go. Simple end grain bowl. I'll give it some more coats of oil, put some pictures up, and it's my first ever end grain bowl. So to do it live, yeah. But there we go. Let's bring the boys back in.
Nice one, Scott. Good use of the ring tool as well.
Thank you very much, Wayne. Dale looks like he's been caught out doing something naughty. So don't forget.
Situation normal there then.
Where's Rich's link? I had it earlier on.
You get Richard's link, he won't be doing any invading.
Let's put Rich's link in the chat. So there we go. Don't forget, head over, top of the hour, watch Andy be invaded. Andy's an interesting guy. Know him from club. Not only a wood turner. Very interesting chap. So, I'm going to call it there. Don't forget, if you're interested in winning this one, once YouTube's done its bits and pieces this evening, Nino in the chat, and then next week we will be giving that away. Thank you, Dal and Wayne, for coming in. Thank you, everyone, for coming and watching. It's been a laugh this evening. Hope you've enjoyed it. I have. And till next week, I'll see you all later.